Omega-6 is pretty much the antagonist of first and foremost our cardiovascular health, which is quite literally at war with the standard American diet. Heart issues is the #1 killer in our society. My name is James Gjerde, and welcome to Research Academy. Okay, so omega-6s contribute to a plethora of foods amounting to a regular person's diet. So let's look at where do omega-6s come from? And remember, omega-6 is the villain. Omega-6 comes from vegetable oils, or the oil that is used in most places that you eat out. It's found in processed foods, which actually amounts to 60% of all foods. You heard me right, 60% of all foods are processed. Various snacks, even your little protein bars. Okay, so listen to me here. The reason why health professionals attack the idea of the consumption of meat is because they're looking at the wrong form of meat, the majority type of meat, the conventionally processed type of meat. This makes sense because non-processed, grass-fed and grass-finished meats are the minority and nobody usually pays attention to them. So the next one's going to be meat and poultry from conventional grain-fed animals, which is the majority. So yes, meat is bad for you if you eat the non-grass-fed and grass-finished meat. And the next one is dairy or milk from grain-fed cows. We are eating so many of these omega-6s that it's going to wear down our heart as well as other symptoms over time. So in order to be the best of yourself for as long as possible, we need to figure this out. So is the answer to eliminate all these foods and never look them in the eyes again? You could do that, but there's also a protagonist in the story of omega fatty acids, and that is omega-3. Increase your omega-3s and you'll see a difference begin to take place. Balancing out your omega-3s with your omega-6s is the key to unlocking new potentials to your athletic health, brain performance, mood and mental health, and even further correcting skin health, improving issues like eczema, psoriasis, as well as even acne. And even further improvements follow: fat loss, improved bone health, improved liver health, support for pregnancy, support for joint health, and as well as respiratory health. So how? Now our goal should be to consume more of those omega-3s. The average omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is 20-1 or even 30-1. That's 20 omega-6 to 1 omega-3. No wonder everyone's unhealthy. So where do omega-3s come from? First and foremost, seafoods such as fish, crab or shellfish, walnuts, and kiwi fruit. And now remember this, is that omega-3s are the only one that your body can't produce on its own. Okay, so let's discover how we reduce our omega-6s. #1, opt for grass-fed, grass-finished meats. If you haven't had it before, it just tastes better in my opinion. They provide a decent amount of omega-3s and way less omega-6s compared to normal meat. Grass-fed beef is a 1-1 to 1-4 ratio. That's 1 omega-3 to 1 omega-6s, or 1 omega-3 to 4 omega-6s, whereas the regular brands have a 1-20 ratio or even higher. That's 1 omega-3 to 20 omega-6s. Remember, we want as least amount of omega-6s as possible. For breakfast, you can consider pasture-raised organic eggs. Pasture-raised eggs is a 1-1 ratio to a 1-2 ratio. And regular eggs is a 1-15 ratio or a 1-20 ratio. The best thing you can do is to eat more of these omega-3 foods and less of these omega-6 foods. But if you want even more of an effect, you can always add an omega-3 supplement into your regimen. I will offer a link for the supplement in the description. If there's anything on this topic that I missed today and you feel like you could expand a lot more off of the information I've given, if you're in our Discord server, you could join our daily research sessions. We host a session at 8:30 p.m. That is Central Standard Time. After you've got your notes, you can ask to do your own presentation. I can record it, edit it, and upload it to YouTube. In the event that this channel becomes eligible for ad revenue, 75% of the revenue of your presentation will go to you. If you enjoyed this video, press the like button and subscribe. The link to Research Academy is in the description of this video, as well as the notes taken for this video. Love y'all.